What's up, guys? Another day, another dollar. Today is day 5 of the cut. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, every day this cut goes by, I just feel like more unhinged thoughts just entering my mind, just getting random dick hardness throughout the day. Mainly, I think what's happening is my testosterone is going back to its normal levels, because I think eating like shit or not eating at all and then not working out has just crashed my testosterone. I got rage baited for the first time yesterday from a comment on yesterday's video. I haven't been rage baited in a while. This guy said on the comments of the last episode, he was like, yeah, you have a hard time growing your back because you train it like shit. Right? And you know, the first thought that came into my mind was this like low tier god sex fantasy with this dude's mom. On some low tier god type shit. I was like, he had this Attack on Titan profile picture, right? And I was like, I'm gonna fucking find this guy, right? And I'm gonna go to his house, right? And I know he lives with his parents. You know, he gives me like teenage vibes. I was like, I'm gonna show up to his house, right? And I feel like his parents, you know, they don't have the best relationship. I bet the dad's working hella, you know what I'm saying? I show up to his house, I'm like, and his mom answers, right? And his mom's like, oh, what, like, who are you? What are you doing here? And I'm like, oh, well, I'm here to see your son. She's like, oh, how do you know my son? I was like, oh, well, he watches my videos, and, you know, he commented this thing on my videos. I just wanted to come say, you know, what's going on. And she's like, oh, well, my son's not here right now. You know, my husband's I haven't seen, he works too much. And she's like, wow, God, you're just young and strapping. You remind me of a younger version of my husband back when I fell in love with him. I'm like, oh, thank you, ma'am. You know, it's like, oh, thank you. He's like, why don't you come in and talk? You know what I'm saying? And so I sit down with his mom, you know, and we're at the table, and, you know, she's telling me all these things. I'm waiting for, you know, the guy who commented, his dad is out, and I'm talking to his mom, and his mom's like, yeah, you know, and we're chatting it up, and she's like, oh, why don't we have some wine? You know, it's like mimosas. She's like feeling depressed, so she drinks at like 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. She's one of those moms, right? And so we whip out the bottle of wine, you know, and I'm sitting there, we're talking, and, you know, as the chat's going up, I'm like, oh, what do you like? You know, start small. And as we drink more wine, she's talking about her husband. She's like, we just haven't connected like that in a long time. I feel like the love in our marriage is gone, but we still stay together for our son. We don't want to divorce for our son until he's, you know, out of the house and stuff. But the love hasn't been in the marriage for a long time. And you reminded me of the days when our love was hot and spicy, and, you know, the wine's going down, and I'm like, well, ma'am, you know, we're alone here, you know. And she's like, well, that we are, right? We go upstairs, and I just start pounding this dude's mom, right? And as the commenter comes back home, he's like, he hears like some faint as he's pulling up to the house. He's like, what is that? You know, and he comes up to the door, and he's like, Mom, you here? And he just, it's getting louder, right? As he walks, and he's like, what is that? And then he goes upstairs, right? And it's just loud. He hears, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? Did Dad come home early? And as he opens the door, he sees my ripped, muscular, fucking shredded back, right? He's like, he sees the Christmas tree, he sees the lats, he sees the traps, and he sees his mom's legs over my shoulders, right? And just as he walks in, and in that moment, he's like, I was wrong about his back training. That back is phenomenal. And as he's like having these thoughts, his mom's getting fucked, I pull out, and she squirts so far that it fucking explodes towards the door and just covers his face. And he'll never criticize my back day ever again. Obviously, you know, I'm joking. I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? Wait till at least week 6 of the cut. My back's gonna look crazy. I'll throw a picture on there. Regardless, I had this other thought. I don't know. I got all these thoughts running through my mind lately. You know, I was thinking of my life, right? My past, you know, everything I've been through. You know, and I felt like my whole life, I always, like, not on purpose, But I never dated a girl who was into fitness. Up until my current girlfriend, I always dated like pretty skinny girls. Like they didn't really work out, but they weren't ugly. They were just like skinnier, on the skinny side, just naturally thin. But they didn't really work out, and I don't know what it was, but that was always like the girls that I ended up dating and being with and stuff like that. And, with my current girlfriend, and I don't know, I think I had this like vendetta against fitness girls. I thought they were kind of weird. From the ones that I had met, that I thought they were all a little strange. So I was like, man, I don't think I'd ever date a fitness girl, or anything like that. But then when I met my current girlfriend, because I was dating like thinner girls, I didn't really ever date a girl with like a fat ass. You know what I'm saying? And so when I met my current girl, I think I was like shocked a little bit and stunned and like taken aback. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, whoa. Damn, those are some thick thighs and a fat ass. Like, wow, you know what I'm saying? The gym is like, that shit's crazy. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I, had some misconstrued thoughts about, fitness girls and such, that it blinded me from the possibility of like fitness girls just being like way thicker. And that's when I think I changed in that moment. I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? And I think my current girlfriend, she definitely pulled me back from a lot of the shit I used to do. I used to, you know what I'm saying? I used to be out clubbing a lot, doing nefarious shit. Like, think about Sush. I'm not gonna get into details, but I was doing some things. I was acting crazy, and she really pulled me away from all that. I gave that life up, because I think in that moment I saw that ass and I was like, holy shit, I'm giving it all up. Because my current girlfriend doesn't drink or anything like that, and so I just gave that whole life up. After that moment that I was changed, we got to know each other. Our personalities were like this, and the rest is history, man. But I think that definitely changed me when it came to fitness girls, because I did have this like big vendetta against them. Not a vendetta, really. I think I just thought fitness girls were weird. Like, from the ones I met in college and stuff, I was like, oh, the girls too into fitness are just weird as fuck. Even though I was extremely into fitness then, I didn't want more fitness when I got home, you know what I'm saying? Because all I was doing was like eating, cardio, working out, and then I wanted that separation. But now it's like, I was like, oh shit, fat ass, holy cow, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. I wasn't even used to all that. I was like, I don't even know if I could handle all that at first, I was like, wow, this is out of my comfort zone, really. But then, as you do, you just adapt, and, you adapt to the situation, you lock in, and you handle it, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, that's shit that's been going on in my mind. Emails, as you know, I get a lot of questions about relationships, sex, how important is sex and stuff like that. I think, like, when it comes to sexual shit, if you're religious, just wait. But I'm always against a hoe phase. But someone asked me a question, like, and this is probably not right for me to say, but, I really didn't like head my whole life. Like, head just wasn't it. For some reason, like, I'd get head, I would just never bust, I was like, what's the point of head when I could have sex, right? Like, I felt that way my whole life. And then with my current girl, she started, when I was like, I told her, I was like, I don't know, I don't really like head, you know what I'm saying? And she gave me that sloppy toppy, bro. Brother, I was busting like you would not believe. I was like, holy cow, it's like a whole new door opened for me. I was nutting so hard, my eyes were like rolling back in my head, my body was like seizing up. I don't know if you guys ever nutted so hard that, like, you black out, like your ears are ringing. You know what I'm saying? You're like, it's like, fuck, you remember like MW2 flashbangs where the whole screen just goes like white and it's just like ringing in your ears and everything's like muffled and shit? That's how fucking hard I was nutting. I was like screaming, but I couldn't even hear my own voice. I was just screaming like, ah, but it was just silence. That's how crazy that shit was. Changed my life, really. And then we would watch anime after and she would cook me food. So it's like, I'm a lucky man, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I'd just be vibing, So now I'm getting jacked again. Today I will be recording my leg day at the gym, doing leg big quad day, mainly quads, but also glutes a little bit, and calves, obviously. Big quad day, heavy, so low repetitions, probably like 6 to 8, maybe 5 to 8. 8's the high end, max 8, and then slow and pause. So it's heavy week, and then next week, same split and everything, same everything, but it's volume. So it's up to sets of 12, 15, all the way up to 18 with higher sets. So we got volume week next week, and then after that, it's also volume. Since I started cutting, it's only been 5 days, but even in these 5 days, bro, like every time I'm on the cardio, I'm on the Stairmaster, I'm drenched in sweat. I'm just thinking, wait on me, right? I'm about to be fucking diced in 12 weeks. Fucking diced, you know, and it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the car talk, because I'm gonna listen to music and drive around, then go home and eat meal 2, then probably eat meal 3 and go over to the gym, record that, post this video. I hope you guys are having a great day. Guys, today is leg day, quads, and I have legs are the weakest part of my body because you know, I spent so long doing calisthenics before I started training. A couple of years when I started, I only did push-ups and pull-ups, and then like I ran cross country, and then like I was like, oh, men's physique, I only need 1 leg day a week or something. And then I thought, yeah, so yeah, this is like very important. I need to really go hard on legs, try and grow them. So leg day today.
I know who finished first.
Yeah, I did. Just started, so this is like the before. So hopefully in 12 weeks we'll check out the after and you can have a comparison. Eat my post-workout meal. Got ground turkey and sweet potatoes. Boop. And yeah, so have faith. It's gonna go well, but it's just the beginning. So we still got 3 months. After week 3, the cardio starts ramping up big time. Yeah, so that's where we're at. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Tomorrow's rest day and refeed. So, hell yeah. All right, guys.